about that, Douglas?
Very good, sir. You've been practicing, I see.
A little. Do you have another question for us?
Oh, well, certainly.
You might want to put your glasses on, Douglas, to read this.
Yes. Question number 2. Are you ready?
I believe I am.
It's from Peter Gilbert, who signed in using Hotmail.
Ooh.
And speaking of hot, would you like me to turn the fire up?
Perhaps later. I'm still a little chilly. Thank you.
Why, certainly. Peter Gilbert asks, I'm working through your 50 blues rhythms, taking it nice and slow to make it stick. In my band, we've just taken on a second guitarist, specifically for blues and blues rock. Could you give a lesson sometime on general guidelines for combining 2 guitars? I bet a lot of the intermediate guitarists get initially disappointed with the results when playing with others.
Excellent question.
Excellent.
Thank you for asking. And excellent reading of the question.
Well, thank you, sir.
Oh, of course. He does a wonderful job. Well, that is a great question, and it's one that I think the guitar players don't ask enough, frankly, or they don't ask of themselves or the other guitar players in the band. How can we work together? How can we cohabitate on the bandstand? Too often I will see blues rock bands where both guitar players are playing, and then the other guitar player is playing. Here's my quick fix and my quick answer to that question. 2 things. 1, try to find another area of the guitar to play on. You could even just play down here. It'll sound a little bit different when you both do it, but more importantly, let's move to the bigger picture. That's changing the rhythm. So if that number 1 guitar player, only number 1 in name only, it doesn't mean they're any better or any worse. So they're playing that rhythm. If you look at my blues rhythm course, which I want to thank you for purchasing, checking out, working with, all of that stuff, that course was designed to address what we're talking about. You want to take maybe a chord like this for A7, if you're playing this A rhythm. Take this guy. Or change it up, make it one of the other inversions that we worked on in the course. Inevitably, he's going to go, maybe you play a 9th shape, or this 7th. But notice how the rhythm is different too, and they're going to really kind of work together. If we're all playing the same rhythm pattern, and the bass is playing, and then you're playing something similar, it's going to sound like it doesn't groove because the pieces are kind of banging up against each other. When we're all doing something slightly different, it's all kind of moving throughout the tune in a real harmonious way. I think rhythm is just as harmonious as 2 notes can be. So if we're all playing something different rhythmically a little bit, we're subdividing that beat differently. Maybe somebody's playing a straight 8th rhythm, then maybe you play those will work together. What I always used to do was watch where the other guitar player's hand was and listen to what he or she was doing, and just do the opposite. It's going to work out all the time. And then what you want to do is dial that back and say, okay, how is this cool? Why did I do something that worked? And in doing that, you're going to help create some really cool new rhythm parts. Also, you can always try to somebody can be more of a clean guitar sound, somebody can be more of a dirty, distorted sound. Mix it up. And don't feel like you have to stick to anything in particular. Just try something completely different or the opposite of what that other player is doing. Hopefully that addresses the question. I like it a lot because it's something that I think I do pretty well with another guitar player, is I can always find something different and cool to complement what they're doing. Thanks so much for the question. Stick around for number 3.